Nursery rhymes. They're still a thing, right? Lately, there's been a lot of twists. Not just nursery rhymes, but anything from our childhood. They've been making it into horror stories or horror movies. Like Blood and Honey, the Winnie the Pooh horror movie. It's not good by any means, but it's one of those so bad it's good horror movies, and I let those pass. This movie here, it ain't good. It's not bad enough to be good either. It's worse than that. And a lot of nursery rhymes to choose from, you know. Baba Black Sheep, Jack and Jill. Now this movie starts with people captured straight off the bat. You don't see them get captured, they just are. This is Mary, if you can tell, she's the one with the little lamb. And her son, Lamb, that's his name. She calls him over to make dinner and this guy starts choking, so Lamb helps him out with that. Good boy! Lamb then starts chopping this guy up like chopped liver, which I'm pretty sure he did chop his liver. Now while Lamb is chopping this dude up like sushi, the girl gets away. Now Lamb starts to chase her, but before he does, he puts a giant axe that he had down and picks up a tiny little butcher knife in comparison. Why, I don't know. But what makes even less sense is that the very next scene, you see a shadow of him holding the axe. So I don't know what's going on. I'd tell you what's happening here, but I can't see shit. So we cut to a radio station, and this is where we meet our characters. Carla is a radio host that discusses old, cold, and unsolved cases. Ray and Mona do more of the behind-the-scenes work with all the technological stuff. There's Liz. She's in charge of all the social media and engagement with the fans. Matt doesn't even work here.
You should be sorting out the socials, not dragging random people in from the streets to shag.
Yeah, he's just shagging Liz. I like the word shag. And this is Shelly. She's a new hire here because she's good at research.
Yeah, well, I heard you're the best researcher, so yeah.
Shelly says that Pete wants her up in the office. Pete's the big boss. Pete tells Carla that the social media hasn't been updated in months. Why am I not surprised? And also that she's losing ratings and advertisers. Pete gives Carla 1 week to find a good story that's fresh and new that listeners will love, or else she's off the station. So Carla's at home researching for a good story for the next episode, which honestly is Shelly's job, so why don't you fire her and cut some costs, Pete? She looks up at the news and she sees that the 2 people from the beginning of the movie are still missing. We find out here that their names are Joan and Teddy. Carla goes back to Pete and tells him to send her and her team to the Warped Woods where Joan and Teddy went missing. Pete agrees to fund the trip for them. I like Pete.
This better be the best thing you've ever done, or you're stacking shelves at Tesco's, capiche?
Damn, Pete, like, whoa. I don't even know what a fucking Tesco is. So the team is loading everything up for the trip, and Liz brings Matt along for some reason. Also, everyone struggles to pick this bag up, and Shelly even says that there's everything but the kitchen sink in there. But Mona's goated ass. So they get to the woods and they start retracing all the steps of Joan and Teddy. The team realizes they've been walking around in circles the whole time. 3 hours later. Did it really take you that fucking long?
Well, maybe we should turn around and we'll try again tomorrow.
Are you an idiot, right?
Damn, Carla, come. So the team finds a house.
My team and I have retraced the missing couple of steps, which has led us to a very mysterious house in the woods.
While she's talking, the door opens by itself, and nobody fucking acknowledges that. Carla sees it, and she runs straight to it, and everyone's like, hey, that's illegal. That's fucking breaking and entering. If not breaking and entering, at the very least, trespassing. While they're walking around, they can see that somebody clearly lives here.
Someone's definitely here.
That's a no-no for me. After that shit, I'm gone. I don't care. I'm running.
No one is living here.
I beg to differ.
So Mary asks them why they're in her house and hate to give it to Mary, but that's a good fucking question. Carla lies and says that they're there for a music festival and their car broke down somewhere. So Mary lets them stay for a bit and offers them tea, and everyone gets a bad vibe from her and the house. I wonder why. Shelly almost has an asthma attack, and that's the only thing I can relate to in this movie. Listen, if I ever leave anywhere without one of these, I'm dead. Mary says that she called a mechanic, but he won't be able to be here until tomorrow morning. Everyone's ready to leave and get back to the van and find a hotel or something, but Matt says it's too dangerous to leave because it's getting dark out. Because Matt's a pussy. Carla agrees with him, and she even offers Mary money to let them stay. Okay, quick summary right here. Carla says she wants to stay because she could feel a connection between Mary and her son and the missing Joan and Teddy. Now, whether it's true or not, Carla doesn't care. She's going for the Hail Mary to keep her job, and she doesn't care what she says about anybody during it. Everyone's saying it's a bad idea and that they're lying and they can't do that and they could get sued if they do. Carla persists and says that they're weird and making them even weirder wouldn't do any more harm.
Guys, I really need your support right now.
Damn, Mary, I didn't know you had cake like that. So Mona wakes up in the middle of the night because some sound she heard upstairs, and she can't wake anybody up. She shakes Shelly a little bit and she pokes Ray a little bit, and that's it. Then decides, I can't get anybody up without even trying, so I'm gonna go investigate myself.
What the fuck? Oh my God, what has she done to you? Let me help you.
I did not edit that. That is exactly what the scene looks like in the movie. So Mary and Carla have a heart-to-heart talk about Mary and her son. And it turns out that Mary, when she was 16, that's how she became pregnant with Lamb. He was born deformed and looked the way he is. So that means that's not a mask. That's his actual face. That's what he looks like. So Mary talks about all of her struggles of raising her son the way he is, and she believes that him being deformed was a punishment from God of her being crazy killer lady aside. You gotta feel bad for her. So they're done talking, and Mary goes upstairs to Lamb, and she sees the scene. Hey! So Mary starts freaking out like a little crack addict. My little lamb, my little lamb. Carla comes up and asks her what's wrong and if she can help. Mary's like, no, everyone gotta stay inside. Everyone else comes outside after hearing all the ruckus.
But I was like talking to her last night, Ray. This story is gonna be insane.
Ray and Shelly are just about done with Carla's bullshit because they say she's going off the rails. They decide that they're gonna leave. They're not staying in that house. Liz and Matt realize that means that they got the whole place to themselves, so they're gonna start shagging. So Matt goes upstairs to get a bottle of tequila and gets bonked on the head. Liz, who's been waiting for Matt for a while, goes upstairs, but before she does, she's a little skeptical about what's going on, so she grabs a weapon. That is the first smart thing I've seen in this whole movie. So she goes upstairs and she sees the scene of Matt dead. So she takes a swan and fucking 180s him. And that's enough for her to escape. Not really. So Ray and Shelly make it to the car, but the car won't start because the wires are cut.
Oh, the wires have been cut.
Ray.
Why isn't it going?
Ray. Ray. Ray, look over there!
So they see Lamb a good distance away. You know the car's not going to start because you saw the wires are cut. So instead of leaving the car and running away, you just keep turning the key and trying to start the car. Lamb just rips Ray out of the car and starts bashing his head on the windshield. All the while, Shelly's sitting in the car screaming, forgetting how to use a fucking seatbelt. She finally figures it out and runs off, but by that time, he's done with Ray and he's fucking chasing her, and he's running like Forrest Gump. He keeps going. While Shelly's running, she picks up a stick, which is more like a club, but it doesn't matter because once Lamb finds her, she just throws it on the ground and starts running again. Carla and Mary are still looking for Lamb, and Mary starts talking weird about her son again, and Carla just starts asking more questions. She's just trying to get any dirt that she can on Mary. They decide to go back to the house, and Carla realizes that it's empty.
And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
Carla wakes up at the dinner table with Ray and Shelly, so they're not dead. Mary forces everybody to eat, what I can only assume is Liz, Matt, and Mona. Shelly, obviously, doesn't like the taste of human meat, and she almost throws up after eating.
Tad Guinea.
She then turns straight over to Ray and says, you look like a good cut of meat, and Lamb just fucking slices his throat open. Shelly pretends to drop a knife off the table and says she'll pick it up, but she's using that knife to cut open the bind ropes on her legs. While Mary and Lamb are occupied, Shelly just runs straight to the door. Now Shelly opens the door super fast. She opens it in like 2-3 seconds, but somehow she's still caught in the doorway, which doesn't make any fucking sense because everyone else who made it to the door took like 20 seconds to open it and somehow still ran away. Now Liz, I'll give it to her, she was upstairs, she hit him on the head with the glass pelican. She ran downstairs, took a little while to open the door, and when she ran out, Lamb was right there behind her. Joan took forever to open the door, and she was in the same situation that Shelly was. Joan was in the same seat, and Mary and Lamb were also in the same spots. Joan ran away, Lamb chased her, and she took like 20 to 30 seconds to open the door. Still didn't get caught at the door. Mind you, Lamb was right behind her. Maybe it's because Lamb dropped the axe, picked up the tiny little butcher knife, then picked the axe up again. I don't know, I couldn't tell you. So Carla just starts arguing with Mary on why she's doing this, and this, and that, and it's some of the worst dialogue in the entire movie.
And you're fucking cruel and vindictive, and you use and abuse me. You know fucking what? He isn't the fucking monster you are. You're the fucking monster. You fucking bitch!
Carla gets Mary so upset after calling her all these names and saying she's a bad mother, she tells Lamb to get the axe and kill Carla. So Lamb leaves to get the axe, and when he does, Carla takes a knife and just... I don't know what she does because they don't show you. The screen goes black. Carla's outrunning Lamb, and this is the only time in the entire movie where you hear Lamb actually bad. Carla outruns Lamb and she makes it to the road where she sees a car coming down and she waves it down. The guy's like, hey, what's going on? She's like, hey, help me! So the car starts going and... That's it. That's the end of the movie. This movie is really bad. It feels rushed. This whole movie feels super rushed. So they were just trying to ride the hype on this and they just... Oh lord, they missed it. Carla is one of the worst characters I've ever seen. I can't stand her. Mary is a terrible person, evil old lady killer, you know, and her son. Carla doesn't know that. So she's willing to just expose this family, saying that they're the reasons for all these disappearances. No, she's right. I'm not saying she's not right, but think of it in her head. She doesn't know that. So she's just willing to throw that out to save her job. And everyone's like, you're fucking crazy. I don't see the reason why Shelly's in this movie in general. Shelly, I'm pretty sure she's just another body. They say that she's good at research, which, okay, but she doesn't do anything. She doesn't give anything to the movie. She doesn't give anything to the company that she works for. Liz and Matt are just making out. They're shagging. Ray, I guess, gives something to this movie. He's the sense of reason in this whole movie. He's what we're all thinking. Don't go in the house. Don't expose these people. You're gonna get sued. You're looking for their son? I don't want to be in this house anymore. I'm leaving. The way he died is all... That's his fault. I could have ran. Mona, best character in this whole movie. She is goated. Yeah, don't watch this movie. It's not good. Don't. I've watched this movie 3 times for this video, and I don't want to watch it again. Hope y'all liked the video. Thanks for watching. If you did watch up to here, comment down Mona is goated. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that other YouTube shit. And I'm done. That's it. I'm gone.